right, Pat. So, getting more into this article that came out here in regards to Isaac Okoro. He mentioned how Isaac Okoro fits into this roster, saying this. Last year, we played pretty fast. I think we can play even faster. Our roster is built for it. And you saw with Indiana and OKC in the finals that playing that pace is so important. We're going to get after it on defense, force turnovers, and then get out and run. That suits Modest and Noah as our young forwards and all of our guards, as well as we think that Isaac Okoro will benefit in a more up-tempo style too. There's untapped potential there, and that came from a Bulls coach. A lot there in regards to the Bulls style, even how they see Modest and Noah as the forwards of the future. But that key part at the end, that they think that they got a player with untapped potential in Isaac Okoro. How you feeling, Pat?
I mean, listen, I don't know if I go as far as, the sidebar here where it says viewed as a major upgrade. I think he is healthy. That's an upgrade.
I mean, that is a major upgrade.
Yeah, I guess in theory, right, that could be.
Instead of 70 games in 5 years, Pat, you could get 70 in one season.
Listen, Isaac Okoro has been fairly healthy. You could get 70 in one season. I think here's the thing. The three-point shot is improving. I don't know if people are paying attention to that or not, but now it's not on a ton of volume threes. I'll bet you Isaac Okoro probably shoots more threes here than he's ever had an opportunity to shoot in his career. I think that Isaac Okoro is not only Lonzo Ball replacement, but possibly future Patrick Williams replacement. I know the size is very different there, which is hilarious because you could have just drafted Isaac Okoro. I know the size is very different there, but like he's knocking down the three. He's been as good as 39% in his career. Last season, he was 37% from the 3-point line, and that was in basically going from being a player who was playing 30 minutes a game to 19 minutes a game. So the shot selection is very different for that player. But the one thing about Okoro that I love is the defensive ability, and you can throw him out there, and he can guard 1 through 3 well. Depending on the 4, he can get after the 4 well. There's a lot that he brings to the table. I think that you could talk about it as an upgrade over Lonzo, over Patrick Williams, over a guy here's the thing. You don't have a primary defender on this team. Maybe Ayo Dosunmu can be that guy, and it's probably who you would say it is, but you don't have a guy that can guard like Lonzo could. That's the hope here for Isaac Okoro. And if he can do that and be a little bit more efficient offensively, although Lonzo got incredibly efficient by the end of his tenure here with the Bulls, I think that could be viewed as an upgrade. Now, that's yet to be seen, but he's still a very young player. There's still a ton of opportunity for you. And, I mean, if you're talking about somebody who gives you everything that Lonzo gave you, but also can give you that for 76, 69, 67 games a season.
You just had to say the 69?
69, yes.
Okay.
That's what you want to get from a player.
Here's the thing. I don't know if you got the chance to see the video that the Bulls dropped, the interview with Isaac Okoro today, in which he talked about that he wants to lock up the opposing team's best player for the Bulls next year. And if he can do that, great. I think when you look at Okoro, he's going to be one of those point of attack defenders that we need. We only got a few of them on the team. One of them in Patrick Williams that was a former point of attack defender is completely fallen off the cliff defensively over the last couple of years. So you need that. And I think that he does fit in with how the Bulls like to play, what the Bulls are going to need him for. And one of the first things you touched on is the biggest thing I'm watching for Okoro next season, because I think Isaac can guard. That's not a problem there. I'm looking at how can you keep the 3-point percentage the same with slightly higher value, right? Maybe an extra 1.5 threes, 2 threes per game next season. If you can do that and keep the percentage the same, like you said, you're Patrick Williams' replacement at that point in time. You're bringing us exactly what we wanted for P. Will.
Listen, let's not get it twisted. His 3-point shots are about to probably double at least. I think he's averaged over his time. I think there's one season with the Cleveland Cavaliers where he's averaged 3 3-pointers a game. Isaac Okoro is going to be a 5 to 6 3-pointers per game type of guy, because what he's going to become for this team is you're on the wing when Giddey is cutting down to the basket. You're going to be standing out there. Literally what we were asking P. Will to be. Just knock down these wide open shots that everyone keeps giving you. And if he can do that on a consistent basis, there's a job for him. Listen, Kevin Huerter was kind of that player at points throughout last season in the second half of that season, but it wasn't consistent enough. You need somebody who can give you that consistency. I think that Isaac Okoro can be that guy. I think what that does for Coby White is it allows him to kind of move around the court a little bit more and be more off the ball, but still be able to get involved there because he doesn't have to be the guy now taking up that spot in the corner. I think kind of with where Noah Essengay and Modest Buzelis are with their three-point shots, right? You don't have to rely on Vooch and or one of your other bigs being that guy. There's a lot that Okoro can take advantage of here, and it's just about does he really fulfill the opportunity that they're going to give him. I think that he's going from being a guy who kind of was viewed as an end-of-bench, nice piece, yeah, we got better players for you, because Donovan Mitchell's not giving you those threes. Donovan Mitchell's taking those threes. I think he goes from being that dude at the end of the bench to basically being the guy that's like, yo, you legitimately are the 3-and-D wing we need. You got to go out there and be efficient.
Let's hope so. He's going to definitely have the opportunity here. That's for damn sure. One last quote here that I want to get into in regards to this. Modest Buzelis. You know, we like to talk about Modest. He says he's going to be really, really good. He wants it so damn bad. The kid pushes himself so hard, and you see that on the floor too. But it's the quiet moments when you see him work. He's wildly intense about getting better and improving. That just solidifies what we've already seen about Modest Buzelis so much, man.
Yeah, listen, y'all know how I feel about Modest. I think there's going to be a big uptick in the Bulls giving him the opportunity this year. Whether the production comes, I think that would be great to see, and I'd be very excited. There's so many people around the league that look at Modest's game and go, this kid's got it. It just got to click for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's not, I think the biggest difference is, right, like where we look at P. Will and me and you can say, he's got everything. He ain't got the brain for it. For us, it was like Modest is way too smart and knows this game way too well and wants to be good way too much. He almost needs to slow himself down a little bit so that the game can come to him easy. Because Modest is like, I'm going to drive into 4 people and dunk on all of y'all. It's like, all right, Modest, like, hold on, you don't need to do that. Let Giddy set you up for this wide open dunk underneath the bucket. Take this easy 3 over here, right? You don't need to take the contested shot. Like Modest, when people say, you know, that the Modest has that drive to go out there and be one of the best, like he's done nothing this offseason but work. And it took, I think people looked at that first game and were like, oh, here we go in Summer League. After that, Modest was basically filleting mugs on the court. Yeah. They was just like, go sit down. We know you can play. All right, well, you're done. You're done.
We'll see. We'll see. Modest is the type of player that, and, you know, we said it multiple times. I don't know what else to say about Modest. Like, he's the type of player you feel comfortable betting on him, maximizing on whatever potential's there, whatever that's going to be, because he's going to work. He's going to put in the work. He's going to want to be great, and he's going to take everything as a personal challenge. Like everything, every time somebody beats him defensively, he's going to take that as a challenge, and he's not going to want to let that happen again. You need players like that, right? Like we've talked about people in this passive nature, that it has hurt him because P. Will is just taking everything in stride, benching. Okay, cool. I'll just come off the bench.
Yeah.
Modest isn't going to do that. Modest is going to take everything as a motivating factor to be better and take it to the next step.
A lot of times we say you got to roll with the punches. Modest is like, nah, I'm going to just take that punch to the face and while I'm trying to punch you back. P. Will go roll with the punches. I got bitched. Oh, I'm down. I bet I'm on the bench now. Y'all taking some minutes away. That's cool. I got 19 mil. I'm down. Yeah. Like he's just going through whatever he got to go through to get to this next level. Modest is like, hey man, you hit me in the face. Try that again. I'm gonna punch you 3 times, and then I'm gonna try and punch you some more. Like it's relentless with him, and I think that's the mindset and the mentality that I've talked about a couple times. You have to have with the young dudes that's coming up in this NBA. If you don't, how you gonna compete against Anthony Edwards?
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna compete against Ja? How are you gonna compete against Shea? How are you gonna compete against, like, these mugs are different. This ain't the friendship league no more. LeBron's on his way out. Maybe. I don't know. He might play till he's 50 at this point.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
We shall see.
We'll see.
We shall see.
But hey, we gotta talk about doubling down on the play style here. But